Hi everyone! For the audio tool of my mixed digital media critique, I chose Podomatic. I went to the App Store to do some research ahead of time about Podomatic, and it is said to be the world's largest community of podcasters and DJs. That obviously caught my attention and made me want to see why people chose to use this one platform. I am not very familiar with creating podcasts, but I can definitely see how they can be helpful in the classroom. It is a great way to record and upload interviews or share a recorded group discussion that can be played over and over. So here's a look at the landing page for Podomatic. You can tell right away that Podomatic is intertwined with Facebook, as you can log in with your Facebook account. Scroll a little further down and you can see that you can also find Facebook friends who use Podomatic. Continue scrolling down and it takes you right to a Create a Podcast button to make that initial step a little less terrifying. Finally, you can add Podomatic, the app, on your device. So to get set up, you would sign up to create an account. However, to save time, I've already done so. We're just gonna log in. So here's a look at what you will see once you create an account. My account is very bare as I am not following any podcasts yet. So it is great that they provide a look at some podcasts, the trending podcast, and then featured podcasts on the sidebar. You can also head over to Quick Discovery to find more specific podcasts that meet your needs. They are broken down into two topics, music and talk. And when you click on them, you can see that it goes into even further subcategories for your needs. So let's click on a podcast and see what happens. Once you click on it, immediately information about the podcast appears on the screen. At the top of the screen, you can also see that the latest episode of the podcast begins playing. And what is nice is that when you go to other pages, the podcast continues playing without you having to do anything. This is a great user-friendly option because it does not limit users to stay on that page and allows them to find other podcasts or do other work. So here is a look.
Captain Jeff Davis said the strikes had helped disrupt Al-Qaeda's ability to plot.
Also, if you are not logged in, you can still listen to some of the podcasts, which is a great feature. Now that we got to experience what it's like to be a listener, let's take a look at how to create a podcast. In the top right-hand corner, there's a Create button. This is the homepage for creating a podcast. The layout is very simple to follow and great for anyone who is a novice at publishing podcasts. So the first step is to add audio files that you created. So, add files. You would just click here and select the file that you want to upload. After that, you are able to title your podcast, add a description, add an image, and choose the sound quality level that you want. That is all the steps that you need to take before you are ready to publish. There is even a progress tracker that shows you how much work you have to do before you can officially publish your work. What is nice is that at the bottom right-hand corner, there is a little blue bubble with an envelope. When you click on it, private messages pop up, and when you first make an account, Podomatic sends you a message about how to get started with your podcast, and if you want to share it on Google Play or on iTunes. As you can see in the menu, there are many ways to keep track of your popularity of your post. This does not really apply to us as educators. However, it is a great touch for anyone aspiring to make a professional podcast. There are two options for Podomatic: a free basic option and a paid more advanced option. The advanced option is $8.32 per month and comes with almost every tool a podcaster would need, including additional bandwidth per month.